Hey guys, are you guys ready for the title fight? Last time we got kind of a big deal plot revelation when we finished talking with the storyteller that we dwelt on a weird little time here in the game itself. And I actually myself kind of didn't go into it too much, my thoughts about it. But hey, we haven't got time for that yet because I got a duel and I ain't gonna chicken out, man. I gotta do this. So, between episodes, I did actually put in some time to practice that fight. And I did also cave in and do a bit of looking up online. Although, the advice online, there wasn't a lot of new advice that I wasn't doing already. It wasn't much helpful, apart from just being like, it's a tough fight. And what I thought, like, the best opening to attack Kuchinawa is when he does his fire shuriken attack. Right. I did also look up, and apparently, from what I gathered, you can come back to this duel later on in the game. This is not, like, cut off at this point. It looks like... I don't think we're going to the final dungeon yet, by the looks of it, because there were a couple of place names mentioned that I hadn't even heard of in this game, at least I don't recall hearing. I did get a little bit of advice when I looked up what equipment to put on. The big one is putting on the holy symbol instead of whatever I had previously, because remember, 3% HP increase is also real good. There was also some item which I don't have, which would have just increased her amount of hit points, her maximum total, which would have nice synergy with this percent restore thing, but I don't have that, so I couldn't equip it. Also, I learned some new thing about this game that the game really doesn't elaborate. These gems we've been collecting from the various summons, like, they kind of do what I expected, but there's also an added benefit. So they make you resistant to whatever the element is mentioned there. The element that was granted from the guy. Except this one, of course, increases your maximum technical points. So that's... why haven't I equipped that on someone? That's really, really good. There's a similar item which is increased max HP, which is what they recommended online for this fight. But, you know... But also, apart from increasing your resistance, it also changes your elemental damage that you do to be the element here. Which means they're kind of a mixed usefulness, these items, I feel. Simply because you know, the elemental things are kind of, you know, less dependent. That's why I have the flare cape on her, because that increases her fire resistance, but also increases her defense in general without doing any elemental shenanigans, so I think that's more valuable. Also, apparently, yeah, like I said, you could come back to this fight later on, but online, what I gathered, according to quote-unquote the official strategy guide, the recommended minimum level for this fight is level 55, which, hey, we are at. Cool. And, you know, I was doing okay in the fight in terms of I was doing real damage, and I wasn't getting KO'd in a single hit. So that again, lends credence to the idea that I can do this fight already at this point of the game. And I have done it in my practice. I put in some hours, like 10 or so tries, I managed to get my first win. And I did a couple more times to be sure that I can probably do this. That said, this is still a difficult fight, so I am not actually going to promise that I'll do this on my first go. But let's go! Especially because I've had a little bit of a downtime since my practice, which wasn't maybe smart to have that downtime between practice and recording. The biggest thing that can go wrong in this fight is once he starts doing his fire slam into the ground, if I get stuck in the corner of the arena, like in a fighting game, like in a 2D fighter, if I get stuck in the corner, it is really hard to escape from that situation once he starts doing his fire slams. Less so at the start of the fight when he's doing just those jumps away and throwing the shuriken. But that fire one is really hard to avoid when you don't have room to back up. I once misclicked while practicing this earlier one, and it is pretty much what I expected. Sheena gets kind of really flustered and angry at Lloyd for revealing that. I don't want to do that. I want to have Sheena's back, so I'm going to say I don't know anything about this whole situation. Oh, I'll show one more thing before I go into the fight itself. Speaking of fighting games, there is kind of like fighting game mentality in this fight, how to deal with it. I'll just show real quickly. I swapped Pyre Seal to be side end technique in addition to being like neutral technique because I kept misclicking and using Serpent Seal Pinion, which was originally bound here, when I meant to do Pyre Seal. And honestly, rather than try to practice discipline, I just decided, fuck it, I'll just have Pyre Seal bound on both, so, because I don't really use Serpent Seal in this fight. I want to open with Power Seal Pinion, and since it has such a slow startup, I want to just use just that when I have the opening. Once his defense is down, again, because it's hard to predict how to stagger him, I'm going to use only 2 normal attacks and then one of the techs. And speaking of fighting games, it might be my imagination, but it seems to me like Sheena's Life Seal is cancelable into Pyre Seal. It kind of looked like to me. So what I want to do as often as possible is, first of all, it's hard to stagger Kuchinawa, as we know. I want to get like 2 hits in rather than my maximum 3, just to be sure I can get a sneak in a technique. So I get 2 normal hits, then Life Seal, and then Pyre Seal if I can at the end. If he gets staggered, I can get all of those hits in and it's beautiful. If not, I can at least get the Life Seal snuck in there. Okay, that's enough of my, thinking here. Explaining my game plan. And otherwise, it's just, keep away once he starts doing the fire attacks. The best opening is when he does his fire shuriken throws. At the beginning of the fight, he doesn't do that. The best opening is when he does his shuriken jump throw. And that's just what I'm going to try to exploit in this fight. Let's see how I do. Also, if you don't feel confident about doing a combo in this fight, just use Pyre Seal once you have the opening. It'll send him flying. Which is, really promising. Okay, enough chatter. Here we go. I might actually have to be a bit silent. It's kind of serious time. Okay, see, now I screwed up already. I meant to do just the Power Seal Pinion. Now. Okay, no defense down yet. I did serious damage, but no defense down yet. Huh? No, ooh, you're blocking well today. Just wait for the jump and... Man! Ooh, I took too long on that one. That was my mistake. Okay, I need to reset this. Hold on. Okay, I didn't run too much. Oh, okay, see, now I'm... Oh, that was a Pyre Seal. Well, that's fine. Oh, okay, never mind. Forget that Power Seal thing. Now he started doing those. Okay, see, he wasn't staggered there, so... Okay, no, oh, now I'm in the corner. Like I said, that was a bad idea. Okay. See, that kind of canceled? I don't know. Ow. Oh, actually, I don't need to. I really don't want to do that. Oh. Oh, I should have used just a Pyre Seal there. Oh. Oh, what am I doing? I cannot stick next to him when he's in his fire throw mode, so I'm just gonna keep my distance. Oh, great. Okay, that really helped. Okay. Okay, good. That's kind of good. Oh, okay, now I'm getting, flustered again. Ah! Okay, oh, sorry, I got stuck again. I'm playing too defensive. Hold on, I got this. Oh, ow! Oh, well played. Yeah, I did it! And I got something called Asura. I don't know what that is yet. I never watched this following cutscene because I wanted to share the blindness of this following cutscene with you guys. Yeah, so, yeah, okay. I'm really happy. This boss is really fun. The fact that it plays, it's not a hectic mashing. I guess no boss is. That's just me being a bad player, is me mashing through all the bosses. But that's this. But this forces you to play clean and proper. And I really enjoyed that. I really beat it by the skin of my teeth too. Look at that. I was like one Raiden away from dying. But that's how I like it, baby! Hey! Okay, let's go. Now I'm curious what happens. How did I beat him? Admit defeat! So, you don't want to kill me. I don't want your pity. I refuse it! Well, we got the bell anyway. I lost because of my own insufficient skill. Oh god, is he doing what I'm thinking he's doing? Oh no! Goodbye! Holy shit, don't do it! Stop! Oh god, no, I don't want him to die! What are you doing? I'm the observer, remember? I've confirmed your loss. It's over. Lloyd. It's alright for you to hate me. It's alright for you to resent me. So please. I'm being pitied by my parents' killer. I've fallen lower than I ever thought possible. Even still, it's better than dying. It's possible to live a life more painful than death. No, life and death are fundamentally different. There is meaning in living. There is no meaning in dying. That alone is enough to make them completely incomparable. Jeez, what's this warrior poet thing that Lloyd is doing all of a sudden? Where is this coming from, Lloyd? No meaning in dying? I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but it's because people have respect for the way someone lived that they're sad when that person dies. Yeah, exactly! That's why there's no meaning in dying. The meaning lies in the life you lived. Therefore, you have to live. Is there meaning in me living? I think that as long as you are alive, you can always give your life meaning. I see. Someday, when I'm able to think that way, I may be able to forgive you. Okay. The charm I gave you is useless. You can destroy it or throw it away. No, I will take this with me. What, the Corrine's bell? Well, I guess, that's kind of grim. Come on, Kuchinawa. Even if it was an accident, your parents were involved. I'll keep this with me to remind me how powerless I was, and to never forget. I understand, but doesn't that just keep you chained to the guilt and cause you pain? That's why I'm keeping it. Kuchinawa was deeply hurt, and I understand his pain because I lost Corrine. But I am going to continue on with Corrine. I can keep creating new memories with Corrine. I'll keep believing that, and that's why I'm gonna keep this until Kuchinawa finds his meaning as well. If that's what you believe, fine. Do as you wish. I shall always be watching to see if what you have said is true. Ugh, that's kind of creepy. Kuchinawa's gonna be everywhere in the shadows. Don't betray me. Oh man, I'm so happy I didn't just carry on. I mean, I guess I should have just accepted defeat and carried on, but that was so much more satisfying than the one where you lose to him. I feel anyway. That was really cool. I hope he forgives you someday. Yeah. I hope so too. Holy moly, that was tough. Okay, so what? We got the item, Asura. What is that? Huh, a card with a picture of Asura. Oh, is this... Oh yeah, it is! It is, like... Is this her ultimate weapon? I was speculating about that previously. Is this her best weapon? It is better than the current one, for sure. Look at that, yeah! Oh, man, I'm so happy I did that fight again. Well, I guess we're gonna carry on now with the main plot. You guys at home, yeah, it took me like, I want to say, like 40 minutes of practice before I beat him the first time. You guys at home, write in and tell me if you would have preferred to actually have, to see me do that. If you had preferred that I record my practice against Kuchinawa. It comes down to, you know, when I make these videos, basically I'm always like I don't need any of this stuff. I'm always like kind of like my philosophy is I want to make the kind of Let's Play that I myself would like to watch, and I know there's a market for videos where, you know, it's just like, you know, in a lot of Dark Souls videos, the practice to get better. I know there is an audience for that. Because I get why, because it's like interesting to see the Let's Players' growth, so to speak, to become a better player and like improve their skills. But again, speaking what kind of video I'd like to watch, I really don't like videos where it like really gets stuck to progress for a long time. I'm okay with, like, you know, an episode getting stuck on one part or whatever or so, but like I really don't enjoy like really prolonged things. And I realize that video games often are, like difficult video games are all about that, about prolonging the progress. Before I go with the main quest, I want to go spend some more money in Luin, so we're gonna fly back to that place, wherever it is. We've got 17k right now, so I want to do 8.5k, I think. Seems like a fair amount to put in Luin at this time. Go to Silverant. Yeah, so that's why when I realized that I wouldn't beat Kuchinawa in any short time, and I realized I needed some practice, I made the executive decision to record that, not record it, just do that on my own practice. So that when we came back, you know, I could get on with the game right away, to show off my victory and then move on. And the purpose is not to try and give you the idea that I'm really good at the game, obviously. I don't want to be deceptive like that, which would be why I'm being forthright about me having put practice off screen, but just curious if people would have wanted to watch me do all the practicing in that. So yeah, that's why I'm like, please write in and tell me what you guys think. If I get stuck in a similar way later in this game or any other, do you guys want to get like, maybe even like a bonus video of me like putting in the time to improve myself? So that it's not just going from me sucking to next video, I'm suddenly good at the game. Okay, let's carry on with this. Oh, 650, so I want to put 1450 once I put this in. And let's walk out the town and see if anything changes again, now that I've, again, this latest tier. The name hasn't changed because it didn't pop up. This guy has a dog now, I don't... Arr! Looks like this fellow wants to live here too. I think that's a new thing. I don't think there was a little doggy here previously. Yeah, I think every time... I think that's how this works, is every time you fill a tier, and you know the tier is filled because, like, you can't put... there's a cap on how much money you can put. I think after that, something new happens here. At least some minor thing. A lot of things seem to change when Luin had its name change, but... Okay, so 1450, that's not going to change anything, but I might as well, so that I spend half my gold. And we'll get back to here again if I get a chance. I'm not as concerned about this as winning that duel with Kuchinawa, so I'm not going to worry about if I can finish fixing Luin before the game ends. I probably won't. I'm not that completionist-y. Yeah, Kuchinawa's now my favorite boss in this game. I'm just gonna say. Simply because it forced me to become a better player, to, you know, overcome him. And yes, also speaking of different playstyles, I'm well aware that a lot of people like RPGs to just become overpowered in the game and smash everything, but I actually prefer situations like that one where I just scratched by with a close victory. It feels like a lot more epic to me if I can just scrape through a really tight victory like the one I just pulled off. That's why I like, okay, so I apparently barely meet the minimum level, that's good enough for me. Well, actually, let's play as Presea, because I didn't have much of a chance to play as Presea. The last couple of episodes, do much stuff with her. Does she have any new moves? I haven't been paying attention. Eternal Damnation, that certainly sounds fun. Eternal Damnation. I love the names of these attacks on her moves. So yes, while it obviously was an option that I simply would have kept playing the game and grinded myself to be more powerful. Oh my god, that was a lot more fun for me to scrape through that fight. As frustrated as I was getting, it was so cool to win on such a short margin. Oh. What's going on here? I was just here to, like, rest and stuff. This was I meant to do it in Silver Ant, but there wasn't really a nice spot to do it, and then this was the nearest place to rest when I was flying around, but now it's nighttime. That's kind of cool, I guess. What happens when I go outside? I can't go out. What a game! I was supposed to progress with the main quest. I made a promise to the viewers once I wrapped up the... Now I can't even save the game? Oh, cool. Now he's talking to Master Regal. But what is this? What? My room is in the... I can't even get to my room because this guy's blocking the way. Yeah. So my room's on the 4th floor, which I don't think they let us go into previously, but I guess they'll let us go now. Oh yeah, I haven't been here before. Is that pumpkin gonna be that guy? Yeah. Presea's teardrop explains everything. Not teardrop, sweat drop. I am the mysterious gourmet, the wonder chef. I shall teach you how to cook everyone's favorite dish, spaghetti! Oh, sweet. Wow, we've gone for really long without spaghetti. Well, everyone knows how to make spaghetti. Why is this like an end game ingredient? It's like end game recipe, sorry. Even I know how to cook spaghetti in real life, and I'm shit at cooking. Spaghetti requires 3 ingredients. Some type of noodle, onion, and tomato. Thanks. Farewell! If there is anything you need, please do not hesitate to ask. Cool. Interesting. I didn't realize there was a crazy cat lady convention going on at this hotel. Meow. Meow. Ugh. What? He must hate Mondays. Meow. I can't believe all of these cats have a different quote. These game developers are crazy. Arf! What the? This is my favorite room in the game. What is this? Meow. 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 Okay, that was 2 quotes that were the same. I can't believe this room is in. Meow meow. Mm. Meow. Okay, this is the Minsk Does Funny Noises episode, apparently. Meow. Hey, I prefer this over those freaking cats. I'm super happy with this. Meow 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 meow. I don't know how to purr. I guess. Roar. What the? This. Meow. Phew. Meow. Holy shit! This cat is amazing! Meow. Do that again! Meow. Meow. freaking Bugenhagen. What the hell is going on with your cat collection? Oh, young one, do you know the true meaning of limits? No. If you try doing a triple somersault, you might find the answer. What the that didn't explain the cat room! That didn't explain anything! You can't... But... Am I going crazy? Am I having some sort of nervous breakdown right now? Why is this kid doing this? Can we just stay out a little longer? Can I go to the 5th floor? This is weird. This is super weird that what this game is doing right now. 5th floor's been blocked off like 2 all this time, so I guess we'll just go hang out up here too. I am honored to have the opportunity to serve you. Cool. This is the suite by the looks of it. Sweet! The camera really hates this room. Look at how it's panning. I'm getting like motion sickness. Okay, cool. I guess it was fun being here at night. Going into a room full of cats. I guess we're done. Cool. Now can we... No, that's a cat room! No! This cat room is like making my head hurt. I don't understand it. Let's get some shut-eye. There's always tomorrow. Maybe you were supposed to dick around elsewhere in Altamira at nighttime, actually, now that I think about it. You know. Because it was nighttime outside as well. The gate was closed off. Maybe there was some gold saucer shenanigans going on here. We could have gone to the amusement park and do crazy stuff there. There's this again. Great. Very sad. Who was buried here again? Because Alicia's grave was up in the Lazzareno Company building. Who was this for? I don't remember. Okay, let's finally be off, shall we? Do these stores sell something? I don't know. Okay. Now that the catscapade is over... That was my dumb joke. Let's talk about the main quest again. We're going to this Tower of Salvation. I was about to say Sour of Salvation. That doesn't mean anything. Yes. Received it from Celeste, Zelos' sister, which... Kind of thought she'd be more crucial to the plot, but we kind of wrapped her up real quick. Now we're gonna go to the Tower of Salvation, and yeah... Get on with the main quest. Now, let's talk about those big reveals, namely that Mythos and Yggdrasil are the same person, and Mythos has been the bad guy all along. Which now makes me really hope that the Mythos we know... Oh, maybe we should go talk to him before we go. Let's do that before we go to the Tower of Salvation. The Mythos we've met, that half-elf, I really hope he's not the hero Mythos, because that means he's actually Yggdrasil, which means... We're being set up to be double-crossed a second time now, after Kratos double-crossed us, and that would just suck. The thing with Mythos there is, like, really, we've met Yggdrasil in person only once in this game, and I have to admit, him and Mythos do kind of look similar. They got the blonde, androgynous look, and they dress in white. Now... Yggdrasil looked definitely a lot more imperious than humble Mythos, but maybe Mythos the half-elf is like some sort of Master Miller style disguise, or what I'm hoping is we're doing some sort of Kami and Piccolo situation here, where that's like a good guy clone of Yggdrasil. I'm hoping is where the plot's going. I'm hoping because that would mean that we don't have to worry about... Was this rubble here always? I can't recall. If he's like a good guy, we don't have to worry about him betraying us, which would really suck. See, I was hoping he'd actually be the hero Mythos, before I realized that the hero Mythos was the bad guy Yggdrasil, so that, that would mean that he would then be a good guy who would save us at the last minute. What is this on the table? Well, let's talk to Mythos first. I'm a bit scared now.